They'll be calling you a radical. What a view, huh? What a view. I want to talk about a whole bunch of things. Plutonium wars. I'm up here on the mountain. This is where I grew up. This is where I live. First off, the plutonium wars. We're going to talk about Putin's striking back. He struck back in Egypt yesterday. It's a very big story, but I want to talk about the climate change that's going on in the Western United States that is so epic and dramatic. This is the Great Salt Lake. Now I want you to see all that brown out there, all of it. That's all traditionally lake. So much of the water of, everybody thinks, you know, the Continental Divide, Atlantic, Pacific, a giant portion of the United States water ends up here. It's such a hallmark, it's such a thumper, this incredible ecosystem I grew up on. There's reports coming out about, oh, this white milky rain in Oregon and Idaho and Washington. They're talking Eastern Oregon, Eastern Washington. It just shows you how geographically illiterate. And some guy that calls himself prophecy, Bagley calls himself a prophet, when everything he says is wrong. Think about these guys calling themselves prophets or prophecies. Silver's going to the moon when silver crashes. Gold going up with gold. The dollar's crashing when the dollar freaking gets healthy. They're on the stock market's going to freaking 3,000 when the stock market makes all-time highs. Everything they say is the opposite of prophecy. Up is down, black is white, green is red, yellow is blue. A couple stories to talk about, but first off, I want to talk about plutonium wars. Now, Putin has struck back. There's a war going on in Crimea, a big-time war. He, in Egypt, strikes a deal, we're going to build nuclear plants. I want people to understand the dynamic that's going on. The dynamic that's going on is plutonium wars. Westinghouse and General Electric versus the Russian companies. Arriva's gone broke in France. The war that's going on, this is a fight. This is a big deal, the United States, because this is the United States of General Electric, the United States of Westinghouse. I mean, what a dynamic of play here. To think that the nuclear cartel, and why wouldn't it? It evolved into what it's evolved in. When are we going to get the next one? So, here, I'll do a panoramic shot so you guys can really get it. What a vista, what a view. Now, I've got a couple stories I want to put up, and I've biting my fingernails waiting for confirmation. I got some couple incredible videos on some incredible stories. I'm just waiting because I've got to get some little bit more credible source to give me confirmation they're that important of stories. They're that big, you know, and so, because we have no media here. I mean, the media in Utah, I grew up here. Used to be the most incredible place in the world. Spectacular, beautiful. The people here, the greatest people in the world. Amazing. Let me get a panoramic shot for you guys so you can see the drought in its real form. Oh, the milky rain. Have any of you ever got out of your basement? Have you ever flown over Nevada? You ever been over Nevada? You ever been over the desert? It's white. The soil turns to this white alkali. I mean, we get the white rain in the desert here all the time for years and years and years. It's very common. That's what it is. It's picking it up off the desert. Oh, it's biblical. Well, maybe it is. I mean, we got a major epic drought in California. It's just like the Pacific genocide. You want to talk about Fukushima? They drew on you. People going up and down the coast, including myself. I've been at every marine biology department on the freaking coast, and I sit and I walk. I've been from Eugene, Oregon, all the way to San. Every one of them, protest and all. You talk to them, they're like, we don't study the ocean. You're a marine biologist. What is it you do? Really? Really? So, because everybody has a job anymore in this fascist state that we live in, this police state that we live in. A couple other stories. One in Utah, there was a botched murder investigation that happened. These guys raided this guy named Matthew Stewart for a marijuana plant. And all these cops, hee-haw, gung-gung, went in there, just kicked the door down over a marijuana plant. And anyway, they ended up shooting each other. The cop that shot the other cop is getting a Medal of Valor in Washington, D.C. today for shooting the other cop. I mean, then they hung him in a jail. I mean, death be a cop here, we had 7 in 10 days. I mean, it's outrageous what goes on here. But, you know, there's a lot of things happening, but this deal with Putin in Egypt, this is a strike back at the United States of General Electric, the United States of Westinghouse. Grassy Mountain's holding a seminar in their dump site on hiring tomorrow. So I may go out there tomorrow. It's right out there on the other side of the lake. So right there is U.S. magnesium. U.S. magnesium is the biggest polluter on the face of the earth. You can see there's smoke right there today. Magnesium smoke. That's, of course, Kennecott right there. Stericycle burns into the environment right there. The dead eagle's right there. I can shoot a video here, right?
Yeah, for a while.
Yeah. So right on the other side over there, that's Energy Solutions dump site. We're trying to get a thumbprint on how dry the lake is. I mean, what a vista up here, huh?
Yeah, it's
wow. It's amazing. It's dramatic. You get up here and look at it. Really dramatic.
Yeah, we're gonna be locking the gate.
Okay, I'm just headed out. I'm just gonna finish one second. Thanks, you guys. But look, you can see the panoramic. How, like I said, how dry the lake is. I mean, there's no lake left. Look, it's even channeling from there to there. It's amazing. What a vista. What a view. We have no snow this year, but Grassy Mountain, one of the biggest polluters in the world. I'm headed out there. I'm up here in Davis County's thing on this. Davis County is a very cool place. So is, you know, really a cool place. It always was. It's an amazing place, actually. You know, it changed in my life dramatically, but the Putin deal is a very big deal. He's striking back. People just don't understand the plutonium war dynamic that's at play. That's what this war is all about. This is a plutonium war. So he struck back. You don't think, oh, the United States, General Electric, Westinghouse, which own this country, are having a fit because Egypt struck that deal? Oh boy. You know nothing about Prussia. You know nothing about the Ottoman Empire. You know, this America freaking empire that's lasted so long, it's gone fascist, it's lost its mind, it's out of its mind. But let me show you this panoramic view. That's Salt Lake City right there. That stack out there's Kennecott. Huge polluters. What a view, huh? What a view. That's Hill Air Force Base. That's the mighty Ben Lomond. That's all lake. It's the lowest in its history. I live right out there. That's Antelope Island right there. They're not even islands. Fremont you can walk to. Kit Carson's Cross. I can take you right to it. I can show you right where it's at. What a view. Anyway, we got a major drought, and you got to get amped up about, oh, it's, you know, white musty rain. Please, the desert's picking up as these windstorms brought. Because the storms pick up across the desert and then they dump across here. There's nothing to pick up. There's no moisture. It's called lake effect, and in Nevada it's picking up. I mean, the whole state is a white alkali freaking desert. It's turning to dust. You know, California on its way. The Pacific genocide. I think it's all tied together, by the way. Stay tuned.